Hey y'all, welcome to MS Plain Talk. This is where we try to talk about multiple sclerosis and the signs and symptoms of MS in easy to understand plain English. I hope each and every one of you is having a good day today. As usual, I'm sitting here with Cassie
Hey everybody.
and Fred.
Hey y'all,
So today let's
talk about being.
Anxious in MS.
Y'all just stepping all over me today, huh? But they're right. I guess it's hard to be wrong when you're reading the cards right there, huh? Okay, today we're talking about anxiety in MS. MS affects everyone differently. I say that almost as much as talk to your doctor. But if you or your loved one has MS, you are probably familiar with symptoms such as difficulty walking, fatigue, and numbness or tingling. These and other physical symptoms can be severe and limiting. However, emotional changes and mental health changes can be just as if not more disabling. Anxiety is perhaps the most taxing and underrated psychological effect of living with MS. It does not appear, though, to result from the physical disease process of MS, but rather stems from the realities of living with MS. See, individuals living with MS know that it's the unpredictability and therefore the difficulty in planning and preparing for the effects of MS on your life. And that drives one's anxieties. Anxiety disorders are estimated to affect 43% of those with MS and are more common among women. So, let's
Get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back to MS Plain Talk. I'm Kevin. Let's say hey to Cassie
Hey everybody.
and Fred.
Hey y'all. Cassie,
Yeah, Fred?
I've deleted all the phone numbers of all the Germans I know from my mobile phone.
You did? Why?
I made it, Hans free.
Okay, that one was kind of funny. Now, anxiety in MS is not, unfortunately, that uncommon.
Approximately half of people who have MS and depression also experience anxiety. But anxiety can also occur independently without depression. Anxiety disorders are 3 times more common in MS than in the general population. Anxiety has been linked to decreased social interaction, increased risk of excessive alcohol use, increased levels of pain, and may even impact cognitive skills, such as how fast your brain processes information.
When it comes to living with multiple sclerosis, anxiety often stems from the uncertainty over what the next day will bring. In relapsing remitting MS, the flare-ups can occur unexpectedly. You never know if there is going to be an exacerbation, how severe the symptoms will be if an exacerbation occurs, or if MS symptoms will progress over time, says rehabilitation neuropsychologist Megan Beyer, PhD. It can be difficult not to worry, especially if you have many responsibilities around caring for your health, family, or children and work.
If you've ever experienced anxiety, you know it can make daily life difficult. One way some people deal with anxiety is by avoiding its source. When you get anxious about getting dizzy while driving, your instinct may be to avoid getting in the car. Or if you are afraid of having a bowel accident in public, not leaving the house may seem like a good solution. These avoidance behaviors could could make you skip a doctor's appointment, reduce your time with friends, or stop you from doing what you enjoy.
Anxiety disorders are frequently overlooked and often undetected. As a result, they can worsen one's quality of life and greatly reduce treatment adherence. One study suggests that only 1/3 of those with MS who have an anxiety disorder have been given a documented psychiatric diagnosis. Karostel and Feinstein, 2007. Frequently, if anxiety and depression coexist, only a diagnosis of a depressive disorder is given. Research suggests that approximately half of those with MS who have a diagnosable anxiety disorder are not receiving an anti-anxiety medication and/or psychotherapy. This is important to consider because, if an anxiety disorder coexists with a depressive disorder, adequate treatment may require higher doses of an antidepressant medication for a longer period of time. This is something that many healthcare professionals may not be implementing if they are not well versed in this area of treatment.
Some of the challenges of anxiety disorders are how to detect it, how to reduce it, and how to live with it. Fear is associated with having a real external threat. Stressful situations typically bring on some initial anxiety, like the first day of school, but, for most people, this initial anxiety usually disappears with the passage of time and involvement in one's new situation. Anxiety represents a symbolic, perceived threat to one's sense of self, which may be defined as how someone sees him or herself and the unique qualities that he or she possesses. As MS progresses, different challenges and new uncertainties must be faced. This can result in more adjustments, more losses, and more anxiety.
Now, the spectrum of anxiety disorders includes panic attacks, phobias, obsessive compulsive disorder, which is OCD, and generalized anxiety disorders, or GAD. Now, GAD is more prevalent in MS, followed by panic disorders and then OCD. Those at higher risk are women, particularly those with a prior history of depression, excess drinking, and the presence of high social stressors.
To be considered to have an anxiety disorder, a patient would present physiological and/or psychological symptoms. Examples of physiological symptoms include trembling, increased heart rate or heart palpitations, dry mouth, shortness of breath, nausea, hot or cold sensations, tingling in fingers or toes, lightheadedness, faintness/fatigue, muscular tension, restlessness, insomnia, specifically difficulty falling asleep, frequent urination.
Examples of psychological symptoms include chronic unhappiness, frequent worry, guilt, or feeling out of control, indecisiveness, feelings of inadequacy, feeling criticized, or easily embarrassed, rigidity, which is to be inflexible and less willing to make changes, hostility, feeling anger toward others, repeating certain behaviors or ruminative thoughts, pondering over something repeatedly, over-anticipating things, excessive concern with physical health, negative thinking about the future, racing thoughts.
Several screening tools or questionnaires can be used to assess levels of anxiety in MS. These include the Hamilton Anxiety Scale, which is HAS, the Hospital Anxiety and Depression Scale, or HAD, and the State Trait Anxiety inventory or stay.
The first two tools listed use scales to rate 14 items and take about 7 minutes each to complete. The third tool is an inventory of 40 self-reported items relating to anxiety. Those who are anxious typically know that they are, however, if depression is also present, it is often assumed that depression takes precedence or that its treatment may lower the anxiety. Often, if you suffer from both depression and anxiety, a different kind of medication is needed, such as one of the SSRIs that treats both disorders.
There are many ways of managing anxiety and the anxiety attacks which you may experience. Here are some self-help strategies which we hope can help you. Live day to day rather than worrying too much about tomorrow. Try and live just one day at a time. This doesn't mean putting off planning or burying your head in the sand, but living in the now and focusing on the present moment can help stop any unnecessary anxious thoughts. Being more mindful of the current moment is a key step of the recovery program. Be aware of common reactions to the uncertainty of an MS diagnosis, such as avoidance, trying to pretend the issue isn't there, or over-control, trying to create the illusion of control over the uncontrollable. Practice focused, deep breathing. Mindfulness and mediation is a key part of the OMS program and can help with anxiety too. Try breathing in for 4 counts and breathing out for 4 counts for a total of 5 minutes. Slowly, blowing out your breath, you'll slow your heart rate, which should help you feel more calm. Stay active. Exercise is a great way of boosting your mood, and keeping the mind and body active can reduce the time spent dwelling on negative thoughts. Be kind to yourself. Often anxiety can undermine confidence and make you think negatively about yourself and your abilities. Try and remind yourself of your achievements and good qualities. A technique to assess this is questioning if the way you are speaking to yourself is how you would speak to a good friend. If the answer is no, then it is important to try and improve how you talk to yourself.
Also, write down your thoughts. Writing down what makes you anxious gets it out of your head and can make it less daunting. Take a listen to one of the podcasts. There's one called Journaling as a Path to Healing. It might help. And of course, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I feel like I have to say this sometimes, but avoid caffeine, alcohol, and refined sugars, which takes completely, if we take away the caffeine and refined sugars, I'd die, But instead, eat whole foods and healthy fats. I'm sorry, but again, you're taking away my coffee and my bacon, saying stuff like that, and no, sorry, but no. That's gonna cause me more anxiety than you know. But it might help you. It won't help me, but it may help you. But reducing your refined sugar intake can help with the highs and lows of anxiety, as can eating regular meals. Caffeine and alcohol are stimulants which can precipitate or mimic symptoms of anxiety. Again, that may be hypocritical of me saying that, because again, gallons of coffee go into this body every day, and I eat a lot of bacon, which is not a healthy fat. But you know what? Do what works for you, because we are all different and unique.
Kevin, you're not unique, you're just weird. No, I'm just playing. But if you have MS and think you may have depression, anxiety, or pseudobulbar effect, talk to your primary care physician about your symptoms. They can refer you to a rehabilitation psychologist specializing in MS or another specialist who can help. If you are a support partner of someone with MS, watch for signs of depression and anxiety both in your loved one and in yourself. They may not always be obvious and can often look like irritability, anger, or a growing detachment from social life.
And there it is. Talk to your doctor. Please don't diagnose yourself. A trained person can help more than you think. Research into new therapies tailored for people with MS, such as acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, specifically designed to help people with early MS become more comfortable with uncertainty, is ongoing. Anxiety medication. If psychological treatments haven't helped, you might be offered medication by your doctor. Some medication is designed to be taken on a short-term basis, while other medicines are prescribed for longer periods.
But the most important thing is what Cassie said. Talk to your doctor. Yes, I do get anxious. Many things make me anxious. Many things make me nervous. Fortunately, my anxiety isn't so severe I am unable to control it. But I am not you, and you are not me. Anxiety is not something to play around with.
With underlying depression, suicide becomes a real danger. Research suggests that approximately 1/3 of people with MS have contemplated suicide at some point in their disease course, says Dr. Willis, a staff physician with Cleveland Clinic's Mellon Center for Multiple Sclerosis Treatment and Research. Moreover, a review of 40 published studies revealed that over 3/4 of all people who complete suicide are found to have had contact with a primary care provider within a month of their death. These statistics indicate that there is opportunity to intervene with patients if we are vigilant about looking for red flags for suicide, Dr. Willis notes.
Don't just sit there being anxious about your multiple sclerosis, or whatever it is that triggers your anxiety. It will be okay, you are not alone. You have people who care. Don't think you don't. Leave us a comment or send us a private message. We will be happy to listen to you. We are here to help you.
We are here to help. It is not expert help, but we can listen and maybe answer your questions. Well, thank you so much for sticking around here on MS Plain Talk. I'm Kevin.
I'm Fred. A good memory is one that can remember the day's blessings and forget the day's troubles.
I'm Cassie, and may the roof above us never fall in, and may the friends gathered below it never fall out.
I feel like I should be saying some kind of Irish or Scottish blessing. Oh well, I hope you have a great week, and I really hope to see you soon. See y'all later.